This is Greg Noyes of Pacific West Home Inspections. Today I'm doing a house in Newbury. It's on Bob off of Windy, and second house I've done in this area in the last week. Very similar construction techniques. I'm going to do the roof evaluation first. Right now we're looking at the vent for your water heater, and they use metal, so you're good there. They've taken out the old transite, and we'll age the roof here. Typically, what I do is see how rigid it is, and the more rigidity, the older the roof. And then I look at the very top of the roof, the ridge cap. If this is worn in the top, they usually wear it 8 to 10 years. So the roof may be 6-7 years old, and the owner's not here, and we'll get some more information from them later on. You can see they've done some rat proofing here, and it's a composition roof, very lightweight, and I like these. And we're going to look at the I'm over the garage area, and we're going to look at the main service wires coming in, and so it's raised, and everything looks in good shape here. And down to the left exterior of the garage, look at the gable area. A lot of times we see missing paints and stuff. So it's flashed properly, looking good. And now we'll head over the main part of the house. You can see here there's some problems with the wood fascia board, and termite commission pick up on that. And there's a skylight over the garage area, and the solar tubes, 3 solar tubes throughout the house. And I really like these things. They typically don't leak. That's one reason I like them so much. Whereas skylights have a tendency of leaking. You have a masonry chimney here, and the very bottom flashing is, we call it a cricket flashing, where water comes down, will flow down here and then slope away, and it's preferred flashing to have. And there's a couple gaps here on the bricks, and what happens, and you got some cracks in your top chimney cap, water will get down through the cracks and seep down through the structure, and in each corner there's a rebar, and the rebar rusts and blows out, pushing the bricks out. So you got some damage areas here, and it's on all 4 corners here. There is a spark arrestor, which we like to see, and so on this, because of the cracks here and the bricks, I recommend a chimney specialist to drop a camera down through the flue. Make sure there's no cracking in the flue. Over the master bedroom, the ridge cap here, this very minor deterioration. And typically what they do is after 8 to 10 years, you replace just the ridge cap, and then you can get another 10 years out of this roof. Composite shingles usually have a 20-year life. There's a satellite dish here, and like all good satellite installers, they bolt it right to the roof, and each of these bolts could be a potential water intrusion area. And then we like to see flashing. We call these vent pipes penetrations, and then there's flashing, metal flashing below. So this is the way we like to see it. So if water gets in the roof here, it'll come down here and then come back out, and that makes for a better roof. This 3-inch pipe is your main sewer vent, and it's made out of transite. and you got a furnace vent over here, and we like to see, we call it collar flashing here, which is missing, and I haven't been up in the attic yet. So I would age the roof around 6 years or so, and the ridge cap hasn't been replaced yet, so you can replace that in a couple of years and get another 10 years or so out of the roof after you replace the ridge cap. And next thing we're going to look at is how to shut off the water, electricity, and gas. So I'm on the left exterior of the garage, and this is where your main panel is. And to shut off all the power, it's a 200 amp box. You throw the breaker to the left, and that'll shut off the power. Here in a minute, I'm going to take the cover off and we'll check the wiring. So next thing we'll look at is how to shut off the gas and water. So over on the right side of the house is where we find your gas meter, and it's a get the sun out of the way, the shadows. Off to the side here, there's a let's see if you can see it, this valve here. When the tang's up and down, it's on. When the tang's 90 degrees over or perpendicular to the pipe, and then it's off. And they did leave a wrench out here for you. You will need a wrench on this. Your AC units on the side as well. It's supposed to be elevated 3 inches, and then there's some deterioration to the insulation on the AC line. And these conduits coming out of the service disconnect, there should be secured to the wall here. This is a weak joint here, so they want to see clamps. It's a $2 clamp. It's not an expensive thing, but it keeps the everything tight. And it's York. It's 4 ton, and through the serial numbers, I'll get the age. At the very front of the house is your main shut-off for your water. At the very front of the house is the main shut-off valve for the water. They use a ball valve, which we like to see, and you just bring it on down and it'll shut it off. There's a pressure regulator here. Street pressure is usually over 80 pounds, and these regulators will keep the pressure below 80, and I'll do a pressure test on that. And then there's some signs of galvanized piping here as well. Just a couple things to kid-proof your house. If you have some young kids under 2 or 3, you want to these bounce here. They could drown in them. There's 20 or so drownings in LA County. Each year's bathrooms, toilets, pails, and swimming pools. And I'm not sure how many up here in Ventura. And then this bird bath. Sometimes 5-year-olds like to climb on these things. You can see it would be topple heavy. So there are a couple of things. Also in front, it looks like you have a clean out, 4-inch clean out for sewer, which we like to see. And we'll get some more information from the owner if they've had any sewer line problems. There'll be a series of photos on different conditions in this area. And this is Greg Noyes, Pacific West Home Inspections, and I can be reached at 818-271-0417 or on the web ehomeinspector.com.